Any of the young guys on defense make a move in practice the past couple weeks?
Make a move as far as
Maybe playing more?
we'll see on Saturday.
Okay.
We'll see.
Anyone just impress you in practice in general?
I thought guys like D, giving him extra reps. He'd been banged up, so he missed some weeks. Getting him back out there, getting guys like Alex Graham as many reps as possible, and then young guys like Ramos and Gus, just getting those guys as many reps as possible. Because again, there's a lot of guys who are getting better and they're close.
What did your bye week look like?
We had practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and a walkthrough on Thursday, and just again a lot of just focusing on us, just technique, fundamentals, and just trying to get guys as many reps as possible.
In terms of the execution issues from the Notre Dame game, what gives you confidence that the team has kind of righted the ship in that regard?
You make the corrections after the game. You go out there and you practice, and then I guess you have confidence because you see how the guys work. It's not the first time we haven't executed something and then corrected it, and then that's every week. There's going to be things. It's just how much do those things hurt you? In that game, they happen to hurt us a lot.
Do you feel like you've seen a renewed focus maybe over the course of this past week, 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean they've been locked in the entire time, but over the bye, just taking things back to square one. You kind of see guys just going back and just focusing in on just the day one fundamental things that sometimes they can forget.
How's Floyd Picard doing recovery-wise?
I don't know. That's probably more for head coach.
Gotcha. You've seen a run of running backs now in the last few games.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Nebraska's stack up? What are the strengths there?
Nebraska's back compared to these other backs, really all backs, like he breaks a lot of tackles in space, like a lot. Not just the back, all the skill positions. When you look at their explosive plays, it's a lot of runs, it's a lot of screens, it's a lot of RPOs. So tackling in space is going to be huge this week. Even if it's a 6-yard gain, he's breaking 4 or 5 tackles.
It seems like Raiola will hold on to the ball a little bit
Mm-hmm.
longer. What pressure does that put on the secondary?
It puts a lot of pressure on us because when he's holding on to the ball, he's not looking to scramble. He'll scramble at times, but his eyes are downfield, and they do a good job converting their routes. So depending on if we're in man coverage, if we're in zone, you have different plaster rules, but we have to make sure we're plastering, staying on top, and not giving up any big plays right there.
Second season in a row seeing Dylan Raiola with Nebraska. Is there any benefit to that familiarity, or is it new season, new thing?
It's kind of new season, new thing. You've seen him kind of grow and develop, but then offense is obviously a little bit different. We got a chance to play him last year, and it was the offensive coordinator's first game, so we really didn't know what to expect. Now that you have more games to watch, you see his influence on the offense, and then you see the quarterback just kind of really just growing in that system.
Over halfway, Jakeem started with some snaps under his belt now. Where has he taken kind of the biggest strides just with that experience?
Just football IQ-wise, he has a lot of talent. He has a lot of ability. You just see him playing smarter. And sometimes playing smarter on the D-line might be something small, like doing this instead of that, but small things like that based off where the tight end is, where the back's at, what type of blocks he's anticipating. You just see him just growing in that field every single week.
What's been the emphasis with the linebackers the last couple of weeks?
Communication, leveraging the ball, playing downhill.
Coach, it seemed like after practice all the players were pretty rowdy and a bunch of energy filled. Has it been like that since the bye week, and how much excitement does that give you heading into Lincoln?
It does, yeah. It was the guys were great over the bye, and this week the guys have had great energy, and then after this practice we always have a 2-point play against the offense, so the guys get super excited about that. Anytime we get to do anything against the offense, they get pumped.
Being that this is kind of the midway point, in terms of the pass rush, how do you feel just about that in general? I know obviously you had such a strong start.
Mm-hmm.
It's tailed off maybe a little bit in terms of pressure the last couple of weeks.
Every single week's a little bit different as far as how quick is the quarterback getting the ball out, what type of protections, but we need to find a way to affect them every single week. And some weeks, again, it's going to look like we should be getting sacks. Some weeks it might be tougher to get sacks, but we need to be able to make him uncomfortable in the pocket, whether it's getting him off his spot, whether it's getting hands up, just getting pressure in his face. And there's been weeks where I felt like we were consistent with that. Then there's been weeks where it's been a little bit spotty.
Are you, on the whole, do you feel like you're satisfied with what you've seen from the pass rush so
We're
far?
never satisfied. We always want to get better, but I do think we've shown growth and we've gotten better, but no, not satisfied.
When you say playing downhill for the inside linebackers, what are the steps that you go through to kind of give that confidence to do that, to start moving down?
Show them on tape, show them good examples, bad examples, do drills, emphasize it in practice. You know, you got to show it when they're doing it right, call them out when they're not doing it right, but you just got to keep on just reinforcing it over and over and over again. But the more the guys see it, sometimes them seeing other people do it helps, whether it's other in colleges, other NFL teams.
When you look back at the last 2 road games, is there anything you can take away from those games that can help you this week?
Just, you know, we just need to just have a short-term memory. You know, I think regardless if it's a big play by us, if it's a big play by them, just forgetting about that next play and just taking it one play at a time and not letting bad plays pile up.
I know from season to season, like before you got here to last year, it was clear to see the improvement in this group. Where from that first season to now have you seen the most improvement over the course of this first half of the season for the defense?
Guys have a better understanding. Guys play well together. We're younger, so it's football IQ probably isn't as high, but it's cool to see the guys who came in and didn't know anything, just see them take steps each week and kind of close that gap.
What's your evaluation of their offensive line, and how can they challenge you guys in the pass game and the run game?
You know, they do a very good job in both. They communicate well in their pass protections between the quarterback and the offensive line. The run game wise, they're big. They run stretch, counter, and downhill. They give you a little bit of everything. So they do a good job of keeping you on your heels.
Let's do one more.
I want to talk about kind of temperature and atmosphere that's building for that game. What do you sense kind of from your side going in there?
The guys are excited. You know, it's buys are nice, but every Saturday we have a bye. You know, we're itching to be out there and coaching. The guys are itching to be out there and playing. So when we hit the field that Sunday, you could just tell like the guys are very, very eager to get back out there.